Welcome to Never Not Sailing. I'm Danielle and this is Tyler, or Captain Woodsy. Our sailing journey began from Adelaide with grand dreams to cross the Great Australian Bight and see how far we could get in a year. Turns out, the Southern Ocean is a fickle beast and we couldn't achieve what we set out to do. So we're on to Plan B, which is to explore West Australia by land before heading to Europe to see what kind of mischief we can manage there. Join us every Sunday as the irony of calling ourselves Never Not Sailing grows, because what happens next, nobody knows. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We are begrudgingly on our way to Perth. No, we're not, we're excited. So we've left Margaret River this morning. We just picked ourselves up a little treat, as if Margs wasn't proving itself to be super trendy enough. We pulled over, the only shop open that early in the morning. Toast Face Griller. If you know what that's in reference to, all the better. So we've left Margs this morning. We're on our way to Perth for 5 days a week, pretty much. And that'll be the last sort of city life for a while, because then we're going to be heading off driving up to Exmouth, through to Broome and the Kimberley. But tell everyone why you're so excited about going to Perth, mate.
First Eagles game in a couple of years.
Who are the Eagles?
The Eagles are my Aussie Rules football team that I support.
That's the 3 eagle tattoos on the bod?
2.
You have 3 eagles?
Yeah, but one of them's for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Who gives a shit? There's 3 eagles on your body that I have to wake up to every stinking day. I love you. They're great. Who are they playing tonight?
Sydney Swans. Big rivalry from way back in the mid-thousands when 05-06 they played each other in successive grand finals. And both grand finals were won by less than a goal. One to Sydney, one to us.
Ooh, things just got interesting. We're gonna go to Rottnest Island in Perth. My mate is coming over from Adelaide, an angel from heaven, Angela, who I work with back home, or I used to work with, because I'm an unemployed schleb. That's a big coffee. 3 shots. We'll see you in Perth. Our drive to Perth was going to be a short one. Located 270 kilometres north, it was only going to take about 3 hours from Margaret River. It's Good Friday and we're heading into Perth. Luckily, because look at this bloody scenario. Hopefully this shows up. It has just been banked.
It's just at a standstill now.
Yeah, it's been like heavy flow and we're about 30 k's out of Perth. Yeah, and now it's just at an absolute standstill. Not such a good Friday for some of these guys and gals.
The absolute leaders.
Happy?
Happy. This is the first stadium in the world to link their lighting system to the music.
Say again.
It's the first stadium in the world to link their music to the lighting.
We're here at 3/4 times at Optus Stadium, Perth. The West Coast Eagles are experiencing what can only be described as an absolute whooping. It is 4-3-27 to 11-12-78 by the Sydney Swans. Tyler, for those who don't know football or who haven't given a shit about it until now, describe the objectives and how it's played.
So the idea is you kick more points than the opposition, and you do that by kicking the ball. And you kick it to your teammates, not the opposition, which seems to be a fucking problem for the Eagles right now.
This could potentially be the wrong time to be having this discussion. They're about to go on. Bill, would you like to add anything? This is Bill, he's an Adelaide supporter, so his word probably means shit. And this is Wade, who's also from Adelaide, who's a West Coast supporter, so his integrity is somewhat under question.
Four-quarter game. You never know what's going to happen.
And that's the word on football from our trifecta of fucking idiots this evening. It's been delightful to be here with you. I'm Danielle. Let's watch and see what happens in the fourth quarter. Pleasure. Train station, so we picked it up and we're going to track her down, and then maybe it will lead to a long life connection, or they could just come and get it and then that's the end of the relationship, but you just never know. Thoughts?
I'm very few in this juncture.
We're picking up Angela! How do you get Angela? G'day, mate.
Thanks for going again. How do you get up here?
You got a Jesus handler.
Oh, what is straight?
Whee!
So good to see you.
Alright, now how the fuck do we get out of here? That's the question.
Mate, I got you.
On our way to Freo. We're in Freo. On our way to Rottnest today. Little cheeky half-hour ferry for us sea-wearied souls. It shouldn't be too difficult at all. Get our Bunnings headwear on just to make sure of the sun. And we should be boarding very shortly, just in time for a coffee, and out we go. But check this out, she's a bit bigger than Port Adelaide.
I think you're missing the most important part. Good morning. Hello, good morning everyone. This is Angela K-Heap on tour with us this week. Angela's not interested in being on camera, so this is what you're getting from her today. Unlike this gregarious fellow who just shines in the camera light. Grotness Island is a cheap and cheerful 30-minute ferry ride away from Perth. The island is famous for wild quokkas, which are a tiny furry little marsupial that smile all the time, and apparently super easy to get photos with. When Chris Hemsworth took a picture with one of these quokkas, it was liked 1.5 million times. It was going to be a hard record to beat, but Angela and I were feeling pretty confident we could outdo it. That is some crazy talk. Alright. This incline is already too much.
Leaving me.
I want to ride my bicycle. Do less.
We're cruising around Rodnest, and it turns out of the three of us, I'm the only one with any sort of cycling experience. So she might be a nice casual day for me. The girls, they might be having a tougher time of it. Viva la cycling. have a surf. What you get here is consistent waves, clearly. Oh, just big dumpers. You're not surfing that shit. The wreck here is called the Shark, and it busted up its moorings all the way over in Freo and drifted over here, and this is its final resting spot. And as you can see, Freo is behind my head in the distance. Past those two lunatics. There, oh, this loops around.
Okay.
Oh, I reckon there's more. This might be called Jeannie's Lookout because someone called Jeannie ran afoul here, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh. Because it looks like it'd be fun down here,
Yeah.
but a rogue wave's going to really mess you up. Oh, Danielle's just churned it. Boop. Oh, you can see a lighthouse off in the distance. Guess where we're not cycling to? That fucking lighthouse. It's been a big day of cycling already. We really want to get to a good spot for snorkeling. So it's on the move, on the move, on the move. If you're an adventurous surfer, there's plenty of opportunity out here. We are not.
This is where we want to go. We want to go to the gun.
Fuck that. I regret everything. Mostly for giving the girls shit. I nearly had a heart attack. 5 of the worst Ks of my life. Yeah. Back that in.
sexy.
It's a look for the ages, that is.
But who am I trying to impress? Oh, fuck, that hurts. You go to the photo and I will. Why don't you participate in that? What would you up?
No.
We've brought a scientist along with us today. Her name's Professor Angela Heap. Let's watch and see what happens.
She always wears a helmet.
Yeah. He's enjoying a Matzo's. It is puffin', everyone. Just a little bit rougher than when we crossed this morning.
It's just nice not being the skipper for a change.
Yeah. Just a little bit faster than our average of 5 knots an hour. 24. Good night, Angela. Spent our last day together in Fremantle celebrating my 33rd birthday. With the cameras away for most of the day, we went to Little Creatures, Gauge Roads, escape rooms, bowling, golf, pool, and Tyler beat me in all of them. What a guy. What was your insight?
Just spin it or some shit?
No, it was like, oh, I'm either really good or really bad.
Either really good or really bad. This will be the really bad moment. I genuinely, anyone that's, if this ever goes on an episode, genuinely, anyone that's ever played bowling with me is going to look at this and go, what the fuck is going on?
Stop swearing.
Yeah.
Woo! It's my boy! Meanwhile, geometry, I believe in you. That's the best one yet. Catch us next week as our camping journey up the WA coast begins. We finally get to some great snorkeling spots and even better sunsets. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to click the thumb, subscribe, say hello in the comments, and check out our merch store. Until we see you next time on Never Not Sailing.